Well, in the early 1980s, with the arrival of the American cruise missiles on UK bases, there was a real resurgence of the peace movement in the United Kingdom. It really revitalised the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, CND. There was a new organisation formed called European Nuclear Disarmament. Scientists Against Nuclear Arms, Medical Campaign Against Nuclear Weapons. So the focus was very much on the nuclear threat, which it had been, of course, in the 1960s earlier. In my department in the universities, which was psychology, one of the professors, Sebastian Halliday, was active in the European nuclear disarmament, and another colleague, Elaine Leven, was vice chair of national CND. And so there was a lot happening, and Elena and I helped to establish a group within the university called Manchester University Nuclear Disarmament, or MUND. And that was mainly a staff group. It was in fact entirely a staff group. And it worked fairly intensively with the Greater Manchester Council on a pamphlet showing the effects of a nuclear attack on Manchester, what would be the effects of a nuclear attack on Manchester. So I thought it would be a good idea to try to establish something in the university that would have really broad support. It would be officially supported by the university, and it would last. It would be continuing. So I deliberately sought out what you might call respectable senior colleagues to form a committee. Gillian White, who was Professor of International Law then, and John Elford, who was Senior Lecturer, I think, in Pastoral Theology, and a number of others. We formed a committee. We made an appeal for funds, primarily within the university, but also to groups and organisations outside the university. And we managed to gather quite a bit of money, and we then negotiated with the university for it to establish the International Peace Lectures, and for them to be properly established in the statutes and approved by Senate and so on. And that's how it came about.